Hello, I'm Delusion Dispeller, and I want to answer a viewer's post here. I was very touched by all of your posts and all of your stories, and the things that you've been through are just horrendous, beyond belief. I want to comment specifically on this particular viewer because this person is still stuck in the situation. I'm not going to read her whole letter, but I'm going to comment on certain things in it. This person said that the older her mother gets, or as you know I call them egg donors, the older the egg donor gets, the worse she becomes. Yes, that is what happens with narcissism most of the time. True malignant narcissists get worse as they get older because of the fact that they realize they're getting older, which means their bodies are changing. They're not maybe as beautiful and striking as they used to be in their younger age. Narcissists have a real hard time dealing with mortality. I think it's a fear that they will cease to finally exist, because if you do a study on narcissism, it's all about their existence. That's why they control you. That's why they do what they do, because they do not have an inner core feeling like they are somewhat grounded in this world. So they basically destroy everybody around them while trying to live through them, if that makes sense. So yeah, as they get older, they do become nastier a lot of the times. Said the mother egg donor might also be bipolar. Not uncommon, as I'm learning in psychology now, working towards my master's degree. In fact, I just did a project on this yesterday. It's not uncommon for somebody with a personality disorder to have what we call a comorbid disorder, which means another disorder along with the personality disorder. So she very well may be bipolar, and that makes it even harder. In fact, people with personality disorders usually are diagnosed with other mental or mood disorders. It's not uncommon at all. You said she treats your older brother like he's better than you, and like you're nothing. Okay, in this case, this is also very common. Narcissists have the child that they favor and the child that they hate in a situation of a two-child family, and even sometimes in a situation of a one-child family. They do what's called splitting, which means you're either all good or you're all bad. And when there's more than one child, they do it with individual children a lot of times too. So your brother is seen as the all good one, you are seen as the all bad one. Don't be surprised. Very common thing in narcissism. I'm not saying it's fun or enjoyable. I'm just saying that goes along with narcissism. She lays the guilt trips on you. Very common also. They love to lay guilt trips on people because they cannot own their own responsibility, so they project it onto you. It's always your fault. If you didn't do this, I wouldn't act this way. That type of thing. My ex-husband did the same thing. You said your father divorced her, your brother left. Well, that should tell you something right there. In my opinion, you should be the next one out the door in any way, shape, or form that you can get out the door. Go live with a friend, live with another relative that's safe, go live in a shelter. I did it for, gosh, almost 2 years of my life. I survived it. It was not easy, but it was a whole heck of a lot better than being abused mentally, emotionally, possibly physically, psychologically, and everywhere in between. Whatever you do, it's not enough type of thing. She doesn't care when you make effort. She won't, because it's not about you, it's about her. And if she doesn't decide to like something, then there's nothing you're going to do that pleases her. That's just how it is. She says she's a Christian. To you, also not uncommon. They are all about acting, and that's the key word with the narcissists. They are expert actresses and actors in their own play, you might say, that they write the way they want it to turn out and the way they want it to be. It's never reality, it's always their distortion of reality, but to them it's really how it is, even though you know better. Mm, let's see what else. Oh, when she says, I wish I was dead, or this is why people kill themselves. That's another form of a guilt trip. Like, you're going to cause her death. Well, you know what? No. It's just a ploy for her, again, to abdicate responsibility for her own actions, her own feelings, and you cannot be the scapegoat for that. By staying there, you're allowing yourself to be her victim. You need to do what you can to leave that situation in a safe way. You wanted to move out. She told you that it won't work, and basically that you were kind of, what's the word? Dependent on her. Not true. Move out, live in a shelter. You won't be dependent on anybody. You'll have time to get back on your feet and get back out into the world in a healthier way. Get some counseling. The responsibility is not on you unless you choose to take it on. There are nursing homes, there is Social Security, there are all kinds of things she can do to get help. It's not your job unless you choose to let it be your job. And if you choose to stay with a toxic person, you are going to have toxic things spewed your way. That's just how it goes. Until we leave the toxicity, we cannot be shocked or surprised that, oh wow, toxic things are happening around me. You're in a toxic environment. Take yourself out of it. I feel like I'm stuck in hell. Okay. You cry yourself to sleep every night. Don't know what to do. You want to get a job and just leave. Okay. You don't have to get a job. Go to a shelter. That's not your. I don't mean don't have to get a job. I mean, you go to a shelter, get out of the situation first of all, so you can think straight and think clearly. Then be able to get a job. Shelters have a lot of resources to point you in directions of employers, etc. You will have probably up to 90 days to stay at a shelter, and then you have to move on to another shelter or wherever. But at least that 90 days gives you time to clear your head. You need to get out. That's the biggest thing I'm sensing in, as I say, in my spirit. I'm a Christian, a real Christian. I believe I am anyways. Try to be. Christ-like and God. You need to follow your plan B. And step one is remove yourself from the situation. This woman is putting all the blame on you, so she doesn't have to own any of her own things, her own behaviors, her own actions, her own feelings, her own illness. You do not have to be the scapegoat. Choose to not be. Choose to remove yourself as her punching bag, as her footstool, whatever you want to call it. Get out of the situation. So I hope you watch this. I'm going to send you the link in just a moment after I publish it and get it up on YouTube. But yes, you need to get out of that situation. Anybody else watching, if you're in a situation similar to this where the mother, sperm donor, egg donor, whatever you want to call them, are interrogating you, putting guilt on you, making you feel like you're nothing, like you can't make it without them, then it's time to leave. Do it in a safe way, talk to a safe person, go to a shelter, go to the police, whatever is safe for you to do, and get out if you possibly can. I know there are circumstances where you're stuck, literally stuck. This does not seem like this person is really stuck except by her own learned state of helplessness. She might feel that way. I highly advise you to look up a name, Paul Headstrong. He has a lot of really good material on this very thing. He was an abuse victim. He grew up to abuse others, ended up in jail. God delivered him from going to prison, and now he has discovered a way to rewire the brain of somebody that was formerly a victim. So it's really, really good. I hope you can find it on YouTube. I'll try to get those links up there somewhere, some way on YouTube. You know, YouTube needs to have some type of a message board or something. I hope they are working on developing that. I might even suggest it to them today. Anyways, to this person that sent me the email, or I mean the post, please take consideration what I'm saying. You need to get out. You're not in a safe, healthy environment. Don't expect to get healthy living in Texas City. It's not going to happen. All right. God bless you. Thanks for watching. As always, do not keep the secrets in your family or your situation. Tell a safe person. Many things that stay hidden that are the most dangerous. God bless you. Thank you for watching my videos. I hope you hear from me. Bye for now.